I'm Jeff Philbin, and if your cookbook collection isn't cutting it when it comes to finding new ideas for dinner, then you're in the right place. Today, back to basics with a classic dish, done right. As we make steak frites, but without the fuss of frying, plus the recipe for a restaurant-quality béarnaise sauce that keeps it simple and quick. Here to show us how to make your house into a steakhouse tonight is Chef Jay Narvaez from Cruise Cellars, wine bar, wine shop, and restaurant in Tampa, where the dish he's sharing with us today is one of their most popular choices, but tweaked, my friend, so that anyone at home can make this, right?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Later, we'll be sharing a recipe for one of the essential sauces every chef should know, a béarnaise, plus roasted Brussels sprouts with some sweet and spicy touches. But we're starting off first with the frites for our steak frites.
That is correct.
All right.
We're going to do a little something different today. It's not going to be your traditional French fries for frites. We're going to do some Parmesan potato wedges. So we're going to just cut our potato into wedges.
Now for doing the potato wedges, any particular potato that stands out to you that you're like, man, this one really is what you want?
I'm a fan of the good old classic russet for the Idaho baked potatoes. The versatile, do everything potato. You know, bake it, fry it, smash it. That seems to work best for this recipe. But you can certainly use anything. Chef's potatoes, Yukon Golds, roasted reds, whatever you need. So we're just going to bang these out into 8.
And no peeling at all. Just going straight in, making the wedges. The skin's still staying on.
Skin's still staying on. I'm actually a big fan of potato skins.
Totally.
First of all, they have all the vitamins and nutrients. And it adds a good texture, different mouthfeel compared to the flesh of the potato. So
Absolutely.
I like keeping the potato skins on for everything, French fries, mashed potatoes, everything.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to have our cut russet potatoes. I'm going to pour in some melted butter.
Okay.
And Parmesan cheese.
Oh, come on now.
For the Parmesan potato wedges.
Yeah,
you can never have enough, right?
You can never have enough Parmesan for that part.
A little Italian seasoning. And then the salt and pepper. None of this, just a little classic.
The classic.
The classic. And then we're going to get your paws in there, your hands, and mix everything together. Or spoon, or spatula, or tongs, whatever your preference. But as long as you get everything all combined, you see it all looks nice and good.
It's easier than deep frying.
Easier than deep frying.
You're not going to have the
smell.
smell.
Deep frying. You're not going to have the smell. You're not going to make a huge mess in the kitchen.
But I got to ask you, will it still have the same crunch? Or am I still going to get that crunchy exterior, that soft pillowiness that you want from the inside of it?
That's why we're keeping the skins on.
That's why the skins are on, folks.
The skins are on there, folks. So you're just going to lay those out like this on your sheet. Oven, chef?
Sounds like a plan.
Excellent.
And so that's going to go in for what?
We're going to do 425 degrees. I like to do 30 minutes, but I set the timer for 20, and you just check on those last 10. Every 5 minutes, it's easier to cook more than to cook less.
I love it, because to grab Chef Jay's recipes for his no-fry frites and everything else he's making with us today, head over to dinnerdeas.com, where we have all the ingredients, the amounts, and the directions all ready for you to print. Or if you want to follow on your phone, open up the camera app and point at the corner of the screen where we have our QR code. When your phone sees it, a link to us will appear. All right, so we've got some great potatoes that are going to be in the oven right now. We got some Brussels sprouts here, it looks like.
So this is going to be the base of our roasted Brussels sprouts. So obviously we're going to get a little olive oil.
Olive oil in here.
Olive oil. Pardon me, chef, coming around.
And this is, again, looks like a very simple preparation. All you did was you just trimmed them, you halved them.
Olive oil, salt, and pepper for the initial roast. We're going to add all the flavors are going to come at the end.
Okay.
But the initial base cook is just going to be something simple. Olive oil, salt, and pepper.
So these are going into the oven as well?
Absolutely.
Same temperature?
Same temperature. We're going to do these for 20 minutes. So when the first timer goes off to check your potatoes, you should pull the Brussels sprouts out.
Okay.
And then if you need a little more time with your potatoes, you just keep them in for another 10 minutes. So try to make this easy for the home cooks. Everything same time, different temps.
I love it. Now, you also just kind of teased a second ago, garlic was going to be used again with those Brussels sprouts. But so we got to start with our garlic now then.
We do have to start with our roasted garlic right now. And a lot of recipes call for regular raw garlic. What we like to do is just jazz it up a little for the dressing, for the Brussels sprouts, for the béarnaise. It adds a color for caramelization. It brings out the sugars, a touch of sweetness.
So that was just a little bit of olive oil, a little salt and pepper, and that's going into the oven as well.
Same temperature, 425. This one will do for 10 minutes. So we're really going 10, 20, 30.
I love it. With the garlic, the sprouts, and the frites all cooking, I know what you're thinking. Where's the beef? It's coming after the break when Chef Jay shares his secrets for the perfect sear, plus how to use your blender to make a béarnaise sauce just like the pros. Ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. Chef Jay Narvaez is with us today from Crew Cellars in Tampa, where you can buy or drink a fine wine or two and dine from Chef Jay's menu, where this is a favorite of the regulars. We're making steak frites with a béarnaise sauce, Parmesan potato wedges, and roasted Brussels sprouts. Before the break, instead of frying our frites, we're baking them. We just sliced our potatoes into wedges, leaving the skin on to keep them crispy and tossing them in melted butter, grated Parmesan, and a little Italian seasoning. Then we started our sprouts, tossing trimmed and half sprouts with just a little olive oil and salt and pepper. And finally, we added some garlic cloves to the oven, which we'll need later. But we got this beautiful steak that we got to start working on here.
Absolutely.
So what is the key to finding the best steak for dinner?
It depends on the cut of steak that you're looking for.
Okay.
For this one, we went with filet mignon. So obviously, I want a nice bright red, a nice, good, healthy color.
Now, off the tenderloin here, what else should you be looking for?
Off the tenderloin, because it is a filet, I wanted to go with not much fat. So nice, clean, a lot of meat available. I wanted them still intact, nice and whole. No rips, no tears, nothing falling off. Some just good, hearty American beef. So we're gonna have your cast iron skillet, or you can use any pan you have at home. A little pumice oil.
Now, what is pumice oil?
Pumice oil is actually the first pressing of olive oil. Mm-hmm. So it can withstand much more heat, and it's actually extremely versatile. You can use it to fry, you can use it to saute. It's also delicate enough to be used in marinades and or dressings. So it's pretty much like an all-purpose oil. It's the only oil I use at home or in the restaurant.
So at home, you're finding this. You're able to find this in the grocery stores or at specialty shops?
Absolutely. They have it at Publix, all your local supermarkets. They have it at Whole Foods. You can always order it online at Amazon. It's pretty much universal and accepted now. It's everywhere.
What's the secret to searing the best steak?
Two things. Ripping hot pan. If you guys haven't noticed at home, there is some smoke coming off of this. You want it as hot as possible without setting off your fire alarm and burning the house down.
Yeah, we want to be smart and safe about that part too, folks.
And then when you place it in there, give it a nice little push down. Make sure.
What does that do for it? What is that little love tap doing for it?
The love tap makes sure that the whole side of it, all the meat, everything is directly on the pan, so you get that nice, solid crust, beautiful color, texture. It's just. You need to make sure the pan and the meat,
yeah,
and everything works.
How long should we keep it per side?
Again, depending on your desired temperature of the steak. Okay. I'm a medium rare fan myself.
Yep.
So I'm going to do 3 minutes per side.
Okay.
And 3 minutes on the top, 3 minutes on the bottom, probably a little 30-second kiss on each side to make everything nice and uniform, have the color. And then a little secret to when you're cooking meat is let it rest for half the time you cook it.
I love it. For steak frites for your dinner tonight, grab Chef Jay's recipes at dinnerdeas.com. All the ingredients and directions are laid out, ready to print. If you prefer to read it on your phone, you can scan the QR code we have down there on the screen to get to us even quicker. Though really, you should be bookmarking us already. I'm just saying, folks, easy to bookmark us. All right, so what's next?
Next, we're going to make our béarnaise sauce.
Okay.
For our steak frite dinner.
What's a béarnaise sauce? Break it down for us.
A béarnaise sauce is a derivative of a hollandaise, which is one of the 5 mother sauces in cooking. General béarnaise is going to be egg yolk, butter, acid, and some herbs.
Hard to make.
Technically, about a middle of the spectrum, but we're going to show the guests at home an easy way to do it.
Okay, so we got an easy way to do this.
Absolutely.
Still having a restaurant quality dish.
Still having a restaurant.
How do we get it started then?
So we're going to grab a blender.
Okay.
Now, I know all the chefs at home, all the chefs I work for, like, Chef, you know better than that. You're supposed to make it by hand, but this is where we're going to get easy for the home cook.
I mean, they've been working hard all day at the office. They got to, speed things up a little bit.
So we're going to take some roasted garlic, some of that roasted garlic we did earlier.
I know, it smells so good.
Some of our egg yolk, a little splash of water.
What does the water do for this?
So the water creates the eggs from cooking.
Yeah.
Because the blade in the blender is going so fast, creating so much friction, you can't heat the eggs up. You have a tendency to break your sauce, make it not right. So we're going to add a splash of water, keeps the temperature down, keeps the thickness to where we like.
Perfect.
And just helps it from breaking. Then you're going to have your acid.
Chef, now the steak is just getting to me. I mean, how are we looking over here?
That's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
So about 3 minutes, you want to look for this color.
Okay.
Flip it. Set a timer. Set your Apple Watch. Ask Siri for a little help. Set another 3-minute timer. You'll be good to go.
Wonderful.
So we're going to have our acid component, which is a splash of lemon juice.
Okay.
And a little splash of champagne vinegar.
Very nice.
Little Worcestershire,
Now,
however you pronounce it.
That's a unique addition.
It is. It is one of the little spins that I like to add to it.
What's it for you that you like to add to that?
It's, you're familiar with the phrase umami, the all the flavors in your mouth. That's what Worcestershire basically is. It's a touch of salt. It's that umami. It's going to just round out everything in the dish.
I love it. All right.
A little salt and pepper.
A little salt and pepper.
Just a little splash right there. Lid on the right way so you don't wear this.
And then what's the proper way to blend this just right?
Just like the turtle said to the rabbit, slow and steady.
Slow and steady.
Slow and steady wins the race every time.
Okay.
All right, so you see you got it going. Get yourself some melted butter. Now, a little tip for those at home, the general rule is 1 egg yolk can hold 2 ounces of fat.
Okay.
So we had 3 egg yolks in here, so we're looking for about 6 ounces of liquid.
Okay.
A little more, a little less, depending on your desired thickness. But generally 6 ounces will get us.
And you're not just throwing this all directly in here.
Oh, absolutely not. You throw all the butter in one shot like you would for a vinaigrette or oil, you have a tendency to break it. With the hollandaise, you do have to, a béarnaise, you do have to gently pour it in, almost like a drizzle.
While it is running.
While it is running. While you're at the same time ducking the splatter. Keep your head on a swivel here.
All right. While we blend our béarnaise, we're taking a quick break. But when we come back, we bring it all together and have it on the table within 30 minutes ahead on Dinner DeeAs. Welcome back to Dinner DeeAs. We're bringing the bistro to you today with Chef Jay Narvaez from Tampa's Cruise Cellars, and he's sharing his recipe for steak frites, but simple enough for you to make it home tonight. Before the break, we seasoned our steak, got it cooking in a screeching hot cast iron pan, and while that cooked, we made a classic béarnaise sauce, blending up roasted garlic, egg yolks, a little water, lemon juice, champagne vinegar, and Chef Jay's secret ingredient,
Worcestershire sauce.
Little Worcestershire sauce. Then slowly adding melted butter as we blended it, but it wasn't done just yet.
It's good enough to serve, but an actual béarnaise, what makes a béarnaise is shallots and tarragon. Since tarragon is such a not widely used herb, we're gonna do some parsley and some chives. So we're gonna drop in our parsley. I'm gonna drop in some chives. Drop in our shallots. And we're literally just gonna hit this quick enough just to bring everything together. Just that quick.
To make this meal for your dinner tonight, and you could, grab Chef Jay's recipe at dinnerdeas.com. Just scan the QR code to find us fast. Look at that. I'm ready to go straight into that.
That is gonna be your sauce for your steaks.
I love béarnaise sauce. That's like one of my favorite sauces, like period. Period. I love it. All right, because it always goes so well with a beautiful steak. That
Absolutely.
we pulled off the heat, let it rest.
Absolutely.
But that's not done just yet either.
Nope.
Okay.
So traditionally at a steakhouse, you can serve the whole steak like this, but we're gonna jazz it up and make it a little fancy. So we're gonna.
This is a fancy dinner at the house. You deserve to be able to have something plated beautifully
on the angle or on the bias.
Okay.
Get it nice and cut. Nice cut. Nice cook on that steak, Chef. It looks like you've done this once or
It looks
twice
absolutely
before.
fantastic. So you probably want, about a ½ inch of a slice right there?
Yeah, about a ½ inch of a slice. 4 to 5 slices, 4 to 5 pieces.
Oh.
Get that all lined up, ready. Before we plate that, we're going to come over
Okay.
Finish our Brussels sprouts.
And you love these Brussels sprouts.
Love these Brussels sprouts. These are on the menu right now at Cruise Cellars.
These are special.
These are special.
All right, what makes them so special then?
I'm going to show you. We have them roasted, raw shallot.
Okay.
That roasted garlic that we did earlier.
Oh, yeah.
We just chopped that all up by knife.
Oh, almost made like a paste.
Almost like a paste, or ran it through the food processor, whatever's easier for you.
Okay.
A little maple syrup.
Maple syrup. Nice.
And some crushed red pepper.
Okay.
So if you haven't noticed, we're going to try to hit everything here. We have some sweet. We have some heat. We have some tang with the roasted garlic. We have some bright freshness from the raw shallots.
Love it. And just a little salt and pepper
A
there.
little salt and pepper, season everything.
And that's it.
Get these.
And if you didn't want to do crushed red
together,
pepper, someone at home is like, hey, I don't really like the crushed red pepper.
you can leave it without.
You can leave it without, and it's cool.
I'm one of those people, I can't do heat, but we're going to give them the full experience.
Okay. All right.
So boom, these are ready to go, just like that. Use your hand, use a spoon, use the tongs.
Okay.
As long as you get everything incorporated, you get all that good flavor in there, that's all we're looking for.
I absolutely love it. Now, this is a restaurant quality dish that is being made in the home kitchen. So you got to help everyone watching right now how to make this plate look beautiful.
Well, we're gonna do that right now. You gonna help me with that, Chef?
I would absolutely love to. Absolutely love to.
So we're gonna put on our gloves real quick. Safety first. Get a spatula. Get one of these cute little toys, a little offset spatula. These really help playing. So get these off. And you want to plate almost intentionally, almost accidental, if that makes sense.
Okay. So there's like a fine line of where it's just like, it's like kind of like a creative madness.
So a good chef of mine, first chef I worked for, gave me a great line. He goes, there's two ways to plate.
Okay.
Martha Stewart, clean, sexy, and precise.
Okay.
Jackson Pollock.
Okay.
So sloppy, it looks artistic. I fall under the Jackson Pollock category. I'm not here laying everything out. So
let's make some art.
We're going to make some art. So we have the potato wedges about 10, 11 o'clock.
Okay.
You're going to shingle your steak over the top. We're going to grab some of these sprouts right here. A little handful right here at about 6, 7 o'clock. Keep everything nice and tight. And then we are going to finish with some of our house-made béarnaise right over the top.
Oh, gorgeous.
Right over the top, just like that. And then you have a plate that's restaurant quality.
I absolutely love it. If you make this for your dinner, let us know. Find us at facebook.com/DinnerDeas. Follow us, like us, and leave us a photo or a comment. We're taking one last break, but when we come back, we sample the steak frites ahead on Dinner Diaz. Welcome back to Dinner Diaz. Chef Jay Narvez is with us today. He's the man behind the menu over at Cruise Cellars in Tampa and is giving us his secrets to making your very own restaurant-worthy steak frites with all the taste, but a ton of shortcuts. We didn't have to fry the frites, and we made the béarnaise in the blender. And if you just tuned in, go back and watch it all over again at dinnerdiaz.com. And since Cruise Cellars is also known a thing or two here about choosing a great wine, Chef Jay, you paired the perfect wine for us. So first off, cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for having us, Chef.
Thank you very much for being here. What are we drinking?
We are drinking our house special Cruise Cellars Cabernet Sauvignon, made specifically for us out of Paso Robles, California.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely beautiful. And that's going to pair so well with this filet here.
What goes better with a hunk of meat than a nice bottle of red wine?
A giant straw.
A giant straw.
All right. You going straight in?
I'm going in. I'm here for the meat and the sauce. Excellent cook on that. You've done this once or twice, huh, Chef?
All right, that crust is pretty good. I ain't
That
gonna lie.
crust is really good.
But that béarnaise, that's where it's at, dude.
Thank you.
That's where it's at. You know, sometimes people overcomplicate the idea of a béarnaise.
So you should have everything you need at home. Egg yolks, butter, a little acid, and Chef Dre's trick, a little Worcestershire.
That's it.
Put that béarnaise on your potato wedge.
Okay. I'm following your lead then. I'm following your lead because these were just tossed in just a little bit of oil and just Parmesan cheese, a little salt and pepper.
Simple, easy.
Simple. All right, I'm going for that. Oh yeah.
Get that crunch from the Parmesan cheese. A little crispy nugget there in the side.
More than that, dude. You have that beautiful crust of the cheese that has made the crunch factor while still saving all the integrity of the potato to be a cloud. It's a pillow.
Thank you.
That is just totally opening up everything right now.
All right. And don't forget your Brussels sprouts.
All right, we can't forget our veggies too. Okay, Mom. Thanks, Mom. Gotta eat my veggies too, Mom.
Well, you're the one with the son at home. You gotta make sure he eats healthy.
I do. Holden does eat his veggies too. But again,
You got the sweet from the syrup, the roasted garlic, little heat off the crushed red pepper. That raw shallot cleans your palate, makes you want to go back for more.
and the texture, having been roasted, again, giving that crunch, giving all of those flavors.
That's why we couldn't use frozen. You want that feel.
It's the integrity.
It's the integrity.
My friend, this is absolutely an integral dish that you all should be making on your rotation of dinner meals. Thanks again to Chef Jay. A link to his recipes and to Crew Cellars is at dinnerdias.com. I'm Jeff Philbin. Thanks for watching, and see you next time with more Dinner Dias. That was killer.